Welcome to our guild. How can I help you today?
Have you heard the tale of the evil dragon and his recent misdeeds? I heard he broke into the castle and stole away the princess. He then went to steal money from a nearby town. But do you know why he travels alone now? He once had a large party of friends. They even called themselves heroes. But then what? Their bodies were found bloody and bruised by his hands. I guess he wasn't that good after all. Why, you ask?
Are you sure that's what really happened?
I finally found you. Why did you do it? Why did you? Why? I was best friends with those kids. They grew up with me. The princess, me and her go way back. I even fixed their houses on the weekend. Their grandmothers loved me, and I donated to their school every week. But something changed. You changed me. And I did something I could never go back from. But why did you make me do it? Why? Why did the chicken cross the road? He was looking for money after his VTuber video.
Oh. Welcome to my debut, ladies and gentlemen. This is my new model. We're gonna have a fucking good time. Oh, it's been a long time coming. Let me put on some background music. Let's get this going. How do you guys like the new model? I know what you guys are thinking. How did we even get here? And I got a long story for you guys. In fact, 1 second. It's not just a story, guys. In fact, I did something I didn't think I'd have to do when I left school years and years ago. I made a debut PowerPoint for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my first ever Prezi presentation. I paid $180 for the license, which I'm gonna refund in 3 hours after the stream is over. I know what you guys are thinking. Everyone's debut has to have a PowerPoint. I didn't do one on my first model, so I felt like, you know what? We gotta bring it back for the second one. It's gotta be good. Well, without further ado, let's jump into the hole. Welcome to Scarratember. I said I had a lot of announcements to make, and let's be clear. I have had stuff to announce for myself for months. I first started this model. I checked the time and preparation for on the 10th month of last year. And ever since then, everything I've ever wanted to announce or I've ever wanted to talk about, I just decided I would just group it up and announce it later. And later turn it into days, weeks, months, later and later and later and later. So let's just first go really quick. I got new graphics, guys. These are lovely graphics made by T Company Soul. I think you could find her in there. Let me go back to the screen before this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful graphics. Actually, there's one problem with all of this though. So I first got these done years ago, or months ago, sorry. I remember being told something like, don't worry, you don't need to pay for it. And let me tell you, I hate people who say that. In fact, it becomes a personal mission when people tell me that, for me to contact all their colleagues for their information. And it turns out, you know what I did the other day? I did that just so that in my debut, I can finally pay for these. So let me go ahead and do that real quick because these are beautiful. I love everything. I wanted a kind of a darker aesthetic, the kind of darker dragon that I've turned into. And I love the colors that were used for this. Oh. Perfect. I am but a dragon of spite. But these will be my kind of starting screen, loading screens. I had an older one, but I'm going to be using this one even when I'm in my flesh outfit. So you'll be commonly seeing these throughout the day. You'll even see a little ticker at the bottom here, a news ticker that I can use for things. I also have a timer. Where is it? Here. Which I can use for if I need it for anything in particular. But this is just the first thing I wanted to talk about. There is a very big problem. So when the reason I wanted to use Prezi, which is an online thing, is because you can go like into a hole and keep going in. The problem is I didn't layer it correctly. So I think it starts on the third video, the third thing, the lore video, and it goes to this. So I have to manually press it instead of presenting it normally because I don't know how to do this. That's just how it goes. But I promise you, everything gets better. Starting with this. A lot of debuts, PowerPoints talk about how their favorite likes and dislikes, their blood type, their favorite games, their favorite anime. I thought it's too late for that. I've been out for 10 years. Everyone knows everything about me. So instead, let's talk about how I got here and to this particular model. So when I first was designing or ideating my first ever model, one of the throwaway concept things was a meaner version of my base model, which was this right here. With wider eyes and more kind of like a meaner thing. And let me tell you guys, when you go, if you're trying to make a dragon or like an evolved version of a dinosaur, you have to look online to see what type of dragon do you want to make. I went online to look at so many dragons. I even found a website that was, I think, fan fictions for dragons. And that's when I stopped looking for more. But I looked at a lot of dragons in preparation for this. But I talked to my artist Kai, and I was like, I want a evolved, darker dragon. So what happened next? I got her permission to do these, and I know a lot of people are interested in how do you ideate, how do you create a model from pretty much nothing, okay? It's not me. It's my artist. It's me and my artist go back and forth to be like, hey, what do you think about this? She drew a ridiculous amount of, let me go scroll in here, of sketches for me to be like, well, would you like it more based? Would you like it more lean? What do you think about propeller from the ground? More cartoony, more dark. I even remember looking at Final Fantasy 14 dragons and being like, do I want it more like this? I even talked to her about the wingspan. What type of wing do you want? Do you want crystals on it? How detailed do you want it? She's crazy, and she humored me in, I would say, weeks and months of trying to figure out where I wanted to get to. And this is the finish line. This is my full dragon. And I wanted to have this slide early because you guys can't see, but I have a lot to show you for the dragon. Before we do anything, I'm going to start using my scar art as a tag on Twitter for art for my VTuber. I know Maya originally created this tag for me. I never used it, but I will resuscitate it immediately. Also, please ignore all comments in pink. That is for my eyes only, just that's not for you guys. The artist is Starbottle Kai. I've worked with her for my first model and my second. The rigger was Ivy rigged my model with Brian, and I had a lot of help with Soy to be able to set stuff up. You guys are gonna get impressed. Okay, let me go back to the scene real quick. So my model can do a lot of things, and let me talk to you a little bit about it. Okay. So I personally realized for my first model that character expressions with hotkeys are a waste for me. I'm too lazy to use them. I am terrible at them. And so there's a new way of doing it that I'll show you what ended up happening. Okay. But first of all, my model has wings. Okay. It is capable of flight. Let me first show it off. Wait, it didn't work. It still didn't work. What? It didn't work. Hello? This is the full wingspan of my model. I have very specific positions on my screen, or else the wings just go off. They are huge and they are immense, okay? Also, the way this model is rigged, if I don't use the hotkeys specifically in a certain order, I could break the model and I have to reset it. Hopefully that doesn't happen today, but we'll see. So let me show you what you guys all want to see. So Brian has his own flight rigging, which is just ridiculous. Okay, let me see if I can land without breaking the model. Which is the landing button? Is it this button? Did I break it? I did not break it. Woo! Well, let's go look back here real quick before we get taken over by anything. I want to really point out the detail that went into this model, both from the artist and the rigger perspective. If you look at my eyes, everything, even my pupils, when I open my eyes too loud, the slits go narrower. I was actually told it's very hard to rig my model because especially the mouth is not humanoid. And a lot of the things that people use for human models are completely gone from mine. Speaking about my eyes and in general, just the full body. Do you see my hands? Both my hands and my wings are controlled by my eyebrows, my left and right eyebrows. This has been a newer option in OBS. or not OBS, sorry, VTube Studio. And I offset the sensitivity of my left arm so that it is not always the same to kind of make it more realistic. So if I raise my eyebrows really high, my hands open, and if I relax my eyebrows, they're kind of at more of a resting position. Also, the wings are also rigged to my eyebrows. So if I raise my eyebrows, the wings actually raise as well. Brian sent this to me at midnight last night and was like, "But I rigged your wings as well." And I was like, "What the f?" So I didn't even have this until last night. But I was also given the option to use my cheekbones, and you can imagine what it's like to have cheekbone streaming. The amount of smile you have to do to register cheekbones is quite crazy. I know people that use it too, but I cannot. I am. It's not me. It is not me. But oh wait, let me see. I can reset this. Perfect. And you tell us how much you spent on everything? A shitload of money. Not as much as Bebe. I would go up, not nearly as much, but I think the average price of a model now is multiple thousands, and I think that that's like a pretty good way of saying it. Anyways, let's go back to the presentation. So again, this is my art tag, and these are the people who helped me make my model come to life. And let's quickly, oh shit, we ruined the presentation. Hold up. But this is yet not the biggest announcement I have for you today. I also, before we get to the massive announcements or the very big ones, I wanted to talk a little bit about my lore video. This has been a long time coming, actually. Let me go watch it again, and this time I'll have commentary over it a little bit. Okay. So, I wanted to give a shout out to all the people who collabed with me the first time I ever debuted. The original plan with this model, the very first idea was I wanted it done by this January 1st of this year, because I debuted my model January 1st of last year. So I was going to continue that. I know what month of the year it is. I don't want to talk about it. That was the original plan. But every single person, or almost everyone that I debuted with and play games with is seen on the walls as I walk in.
Welcome to our
Two of these people already graduated. Oh my god.
guild. How can I help you today?
Have you heard the tale of the evil dragon and his...
If you guys can't tell, Lily who voiced my first ever lore video, also came back to voice here. I had told her I needed her to become...
I heard he broke into the castle and stole away the princess. He then went to steal money from a nearby town. But do you know why he...
Okay, this art piece, the base default art piece, the background stretches past like 2 ultra wides. The actual base resolution is goes to Narnia. It is everyone in OTV.
Party of friends. They even called themselves heroes. But then what? Their bodies were found bloody and bruised by his hands. I guess he wasn't that good after all. Why, you ask?
Yeah, it's canon. I killed them all, and then that's how I turned into...
Are you sure that's what really happened?
I finally found you. Why did you do it? Why did you lie?
a more darker dragon.
I was best friends.
I was trying to voice act this seriously. I did the voice acting for this, okay? If you guys couldn't tell, I tried to voice act this seriously. It was impossible. You know how cringe it is for me to be next to Peter and me keep going, why? Why? And so I did like
Friends with those kids.
bad. So I thought it was funny just taking it a little bit less seriously.
The princess, me and her go way back.
We do. We go way
I
back.
even fixed their houses on the weekend.
So I had to retcon my entire lore from the first video to make sense with my lore from the second video. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I have to do that for my future one too. I don't want to think about it.
I donate to their school every week, but something changed. You changed me, and I did something I could never go back from. But why did you make me do it? Why?
And it's revealed that the goddess who first isekai'd me in the first lore video was actually Lily, the evil goddess from this video. Which, what happens in the future? Why did she do it? Why? We'll find the conclusion in the next video in 10 years. I'm not doing another one of these. Anyways, these are all the my presentation did cancel out again. That is awkward. But yeah, these are all the people who ended up helping me. Like Soul Koa. It's funny because the people who worked on this, I'm always just like, oh, we got really good artists for this. I look at the backgrounds, I'm like, oh my god, the detail is crazy. Oh, I just realized the color for this is kind of off. But everyone from Minty to 3-4 to Diego, Lily, and Hiyumi voiced it. I will put the full credits with stuff on Twitter after this stream. So don't worry about this here if you want to know. They're all great, and it took... This is the longest thing, I think. It took starting this... I started this in November. And there were a lot of complications that came up. But I'm glad it's finally out. Oh... This is a cute ass dog. This is the first dog stock photo I found using this presentation. Using this app. This is literally the first one. It's not my dog. Alright, let's talk about things that matter to some of the people here. I have had sub badges and emotes done for months. Just completely throwing that out there. It's been fully done. I decided to go more toward an old school vibe for this. I have a lot of I have a really weird subscriber base. I have a lot of really old subscribers, a ton of them. And so I wanted to make sure that I had covered everything from the early months, but also had things, very, very big things for people who are 10-year subscribers, which there are 3 of. So up at the very top left, I wanted to keep the kind of evolution process I had for my old sub badges. And so this is literally the 1 month subscriber badge. Okay, all the way to like, I think this is 3-6. These are all the first year. And then slowly it's like an evolution from an egg onwards into a golden evil dragon, which may or may not be the next model. Probably not. But this is my 10-year subscriber badge. So there, I think, are 3 people who have this. If you ever see them in the wild, be impressed. They have been here a long time. They are very old and wise. Yeah, they're the three Egyptian gods. Oh, and I know what you guys are gonna ask me for. It's the next thing, and this is where I'm gonna need some of your help. Okay, I purposely left a lot of emote slots open this morning because we're gonna put them in live right now, and I didn't know what to name a lot of them. Before you see the slide, I wanted to have emotes that were a little bit different. I know a lot of people do the same emotes, and that's fine. But I kind of wanted more variants. I had a lot of help from Ham to make some of these, a lot of help from Soyu, who ended up making the emotes, as well as using things like Line and Cacao emotes to kind of make some stuff up. So, without further ado, here are the new emotes, which I will be putting in right now with your help. And there's a special emote afterwards. But we're gonna just go down the list right now to put in all of these emotes. And I need names for them. Okay? So left to right from the very top. Okay? The first one's gotta be brain, right? Smart, 5 head. Okay, mostly it looks like brain. It looks like brain one. Wait, it says I can't use it. Huh? Oh, I did use it. Perfect. Second one. Is it Chad? Scarra Chad. All right. Oh, and other. The third one. Scarra average viewer. What do you mean? Despair? Oh, I have one of these that's actually undercase. You know what? Or underscore. You're gonna just have to live with that. I like despair. Wait. Oh my god. I've completely ignored subs. Real quick. We're going a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go back like 30 minutes. Cord, Coffee, Nordeus, OEB, Android Law, Xasia, Coffee, Ergolo, Sticks, Nuppy Guppy, Toast and Cheese, Jinxie Yam, Helpton Lopes, and Coconut Orangeer. Thank you so much for the subs and resubs. And gifted. I apologize if I gave in to you. I just want to have a very. Oh, I was just too focused on this. Okay, what did we decide for this? Evil? Consume. Why is the model so hot? You may have problems that I can fix. What about this one? Middle left. Monster fuck is right. Okay, Shadow. Oh, that is not the one I wanted to upload. Whoops. The middle one. Oh, we're getting to some of the very strange emotes. The ones I needed some help making. Wither, Dedge. We're just gonna do dead here then. I like lower syllables if possible. I have. Okay. This one. Nut. This one. Is it really a huh? I'm down. I'm down to try it out. Wait. What's this one? It's like an ah. What? I'm down for what? I'm down for what? Because we already used the huh emote a lot here. Bar, no, worry, we're not doing that. Oh, the next one. I've always wanted a let's go emote. But how do I type it? Yeah, well, let's go. Yeah, what? Oh, it's also maybe it's a power up emote. There's it's not. There's another thing I need to show you guys after this. You see, you feel some rage in there? I'm not. There's a reason I'm not gonna do rage. I'm gonna do hype, and then you'll see why later in about 10 minutes. All right, I think this one's easy. We just do it. We do the FF. Not that you would need to use these in my games, but oh, the next couple. Oh, the next couple are a little hilarious. Stab. You know, people like stab. I'm for the people today. And then the final one, and also the one I think Ham uses the most right now. Squeeze, choke me daddy. That's not the one I'm gonna use. I'm I'm not for the people. Okay, I'm gonna do choke, and we're just gonna leave it at that. Yeah, this turned into a monarchy real quick. Anyways, how do you guys like the emotes? They're also done by the same person who did the sub badges. So I've worked with her before for my last set of emotes. So it's been kind of a long time coming. I'll put the same one twice. Oh, you know what? We'll just leave it there. Did I skip one? Oh, wait, I did skip. I did mess up. Okay, no, you're right. You're right. Whoops. Whoops. This one was supposed to be the other one. Wow, I made a mistake. I can no longer take it back. Huh, well, we'll fix that. We'll fix that later. I also wanted to have a new. Okay, first of all, before I go anywhere, the animated emotes slot cap on Twitch sucks. I'm here to make a formal complaint. Why is 5 the cap that people get? It doesn't matter your size either. You can't get more, no matter how many subs you have. Why is it only 5? Kungi Greasy Prince, username not found, Techie Cutie, Shiny Girl Ninja, and Jack Mango, thanks for subbing this stream. Because I say this because I have a new animated emote. I made this is inspired. You should know what it's inspired by. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This one was kind of a crazy one. I watched 11 episodes of Demon Slayer in a day, the second season, and I literally messaged her. I'm like, can you do me as Nezuko? But like, I break the I break the thing and get really mad, and she's like, yeah. I think this is one of the most detailed. I don't even know if I can put this one in. We'll see. This is like a super detailed one. Why can't I put in my hello? Oh wait, hold on. I think I need to do a different section. Here. Wait, where do I? Huh? Why was it not in my emote page for animated? Oh, here we go. Oh man. This is what I wanted to leave Rage for, guys. I took out the lag one. Hopefully I don't lag that much in the future, but it seemed like the least used one. I love roll for when people use it to come into stream or to raid people. The aim is obviously one used a lot for FPS. Chug is really used. Rave is like the most used one. And so I had to choose, like pick and choosing my favorite children. And you know what? Little Timmy, you're my 6th favorite son. What can I say? Okay, wait, okay. Oh, and it's the same artist I credited 3 times. It's still her. And now we get to the best slide. The very big announcement I've been waiting to talk about for a long time. Before we get there, I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back, guys. Just kidding, because I brought 2 water bottles just for my debut, so I wouldn't have to leave anywhere when I was doing my debut. I'm well prepared because this is something that I have been hinting at, talking about for a long time. Real quick, we're gonna break immersion. This is the first ever merch I've ever made in 2016. I have not done anything since. This was back when I lived with Yuna, base Yuna, who's in the picture. And since then, I'll be honest, I've not been very interested in making my own merch. That's changed recently. But you know me, I don't like being meta, with anything. I don't want to make the same stuff that other people make. And so I decided to go a little bit different with what I wanted to do for my merchandise. Okay. Introducing my plushie. So when I first started thinking about this, I obviously reached out to OTV artists that I really liked, and I reached out to Savanto very first of all, to mock up a plushie, both for my old model, which I will use still, but like probably later in the future. This month is gonna be probably entirely my second model, as well as the second one. Was this a secret? I mean, I've hinted at it before. You should have never seen these before. So yes, they're an open secret. And I'll be honest, there was a lot of back and forth for these plushies, and they're literally here in my living room right now. I have worked with the company BS Pro. Steven has been project managing this for me. Thank you so much for both of them. They are cute as fuck and kind of in my room. I understand they're not perfect to design, and honestly, the back and forth is really difficult. But I think for a first run, it's great. When can you get these? That's a good question. They're literally in production in China right now. So I've never worked with a Chinese company before, and I was like, oh, this is going to be kind of, I hired, or Steven offered to help me with this. And he has been my liaison contacting this Chinese manufacturer back and forth for months now. We are currently in the middle of production, and hopefully it'll get shipped. It'll probably be here in November. So kind of late. I'll make a further announcement. I will tell you right now, they'll probably be cheap as shit. The main reason why is I think I accidentally over-ordered because they said, because they were like, they gave me quoted prices. They were like, oh, we'll give you a cheaper price if you order 1,000. I'm like, oh, 1,000? That seems kind of doable. Cool. And then they're like, awesome. So here's how much it costs. I sent them the money, and they're like, okay, cool. And then they're like, oh, and then this is 1,000 for both of them. So I now have 2,000 plushies coming, and I've pretty much never sold merch before. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get rid of them. I have a little too many. They're still not 10 minutes. No, trust me, they won't. But this was something that I was excited about because everyone's talked about plushie for my VTuber for a while, and I was like, you know what, let's do it. These are nicknamed, which I thought was really cute. In the manufacturer nicknamed them Little Brother, Big Brother. The bigger model is actually bigger by about 20%. So you're actually getting a smaller model and a bigger model. But that was great. And now to the thing that I don't know if you guys expected immediately. I not only have a onesie getting made, it is done. Completely finished. Pretty much. It's shipping over as soon as possible. There's a super high chance I'll have inventory at TwitchCon for people to be able to buy. I have one base. Yeah, I have one base model. This is done by Amanda, who works at OTV. She did all the PMing for it, as well as the base art for it, which is great. So props to her. And I have a special video testimonial for it right here, okay? Let me go turn up.
My skills are so right for fucking.
So, I hope that helps sell it. You will see these very, very soon. I'll give better pictures of these, obviously, but I need to kind of do like a shoot and stuff like that. But they're essentially, the prototype is in my room. I'm actually kind of, it's like literally next to me. And these will be available. Both of these will be available later this year. This will probably be available at TwitchCon. They're very comfy too. Oh, there was a design choice I had to make, which is either buttons or a zipper. I chose zipper, but I am just, both of them seem to have worked fine. I don't know if I chose incorrectly, and if you guys think I did, I don't care. I think they both work. All right, we're back to presentation. We're back to presenting. We're back. It does not have a butt flap. I'm sorry. It does have a tail. But there is no butt flap. I apologize. Whatever you're looking to do with it, I don't know. I'm sorry you can't use a restroom with this. Oh, God. We're not watching that again. We're not watching that again. Unsold. And finally, what a lot of you guys are here for this month, let's talk about the schedule. So, this is the final thing I have to talk about. This is Ori's schedule. She's always there to help me out because I always go to her for graphics last minute, and I beg her, I'm like, can you do this in like X days? And I know she has work and shit, but she's always like, yes. She never said no. So thank you so much. Free work. Oh, no. Don't worry. Oh, shit. You did remind me. Thank you for this. Oh, yeah, it's actually extra easy when they're a streamer and you could just go to their stream and just drop like, I don't know, like 50 subs. Excellent. Thank you for the schedule, Ori. Anyways, let's talk about the schedule. So, scheduling is the biggest pain in the ass ever. People don't respond. People say yes and then they ghost you. People come in the last fucking second. The date 3 days before you're supposed to announce it, they're like, yo, can I get in? And I'm like, bro. But the very first day, which is tomorrow, I'll be playing Unrailed with Giga, Zentraya, Haruka. They're a really fun group to play with. I've never played Unrailed before in my life, just straight up. So I've heard it's a fun game. Every single day, it's going to be 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. I didn't fully fill out the schedule because, honestly, by the time I got the 2 remaining slots open, it was the day before my announcement, and I didn't want to stress myself over. So I have 2 break days in this 13-day gauntlet. So I'm gonna play Unrailed with them. Then afterwards, hey, what's up, Frodan? I'm gonna play. This is the first time I've ever done this too. It's Call of Cthulhu. Soul will be DMing this single campaign with me for. I think it's about a 2-hour campaign. She did say I could bring in my dragon, so we'll see. We'll see how it works out. That'll be very. I've never done anything like this before as well. So that is going to be interesting. The next day, I've been meaning to put this lobby together for a while, actually. And I asked Finana, what do you think we should play? And she said, let's play a horror game in Roblox called The Doors. So it's not actually specifically Roblox. It is a Roblox horror game. I've never played Roblox before in my life. I don't know how it's going to go. We'll see. The next one is is one of my two. Is it 2 Apex? I tried not to play the same game more than twice. Very, very hard. I made sure I like had people DM me, and I picked a lot of them up just strictly based off the fact that they were like, oh yeah, I don't want to play Valor. I was like, let's go. But this is one of my 2 Apex collabs. I'll be playing with Zen and Yuna. It should be really good. I've never interacted with them before in my life. I hosted one of them once, and I was like, you know what? Let's go for it. And the funny thing is, my next Apex collab is the next day with Nia Mocha and Evil Toaster. I think I also hosted them once as well. But I had known of them for a while, and so I just immediately agreed to the Apex collab because I thought they'd be fun to play with. Then I have a break at 6 p.m. at 9/4. On the 5th of September, first of all, I wanted to bring a lot of my real life friends with VTuber models out more toward like in different groups. I feel like it's really easy to play inside your own groups all the time. So I brought Toast out, I brought Celine, I brought Wendy, I brought Lily to be able to kind of play with a lot of different people. So Fortnite, I contacted or I reached out to Alira and I was like, let's play. And she chose Pomu and I chose Celine because I wanted to fill out the group. So it'll be very interesting. I don't think Celine's ever done a VTuber collab before, ever. So it'll be cool. The next I've always wanted to introduce Hanfumi to people. So I decided to bring in Wendy for a casual, fun, chill game of Plate Up. Certainly nothing will go wrong because it's just, we're very normal, respectable people, and that'll be a fun 4-man group. The next day, I asked Maya and Sai to play. And I know from before that Maya actually loves GTFO. It's been a game I've kind of been looking at on the side for a little bit. I'm like, what is this game? I played it once. It was kind of very serious and very dark and gloomy and stuff like that. But Maya chose to bring in her friend, Siegi. I think that's how you say it. And then we're going to play this very strange horror shooter, which felt very serious when I played it. But I'm excited. The next day, I actually have 2 Ghost Watchers collabs, which is just not what I expected. I played the game. It's interesting because you can always catch the ghosts. So Joel ended up making this group for me with Giga and Yuzu, and we're gonna be catching some ghosts. Joel's always great to have in the group. I think he's really, really fun. Same with I've never interacted with Yuzu before, but I think it'll be a good time. Giga's already in my first collab. Some people snuck into multiple collabs without me knowing. A lot of times I'll be like, yo, so I want to play with you, and then you can bring in your group of people. Or like you could bring in one and I'll bring in one and we'll like fill out a group. And sometimes like the group gets filled out and I'll be like, weren't you in my other group? Or like the group gets filled out, I'll be like, Domo, how'd you make it in here again? Which we'll talk about soon. Then I have a Fall Guys collab with Melly, Ugu Bear, and Kai. If you've ever seen me play herbs or whatever, I've interacted with these people for here and there. I have 2 Fall Guys collabs. I think Fall Guys is always really fun to play with people, so I have 2 of them, and I think it's going to be thumbs up. 9/8, the day after, the 8th, we're going to be playing In Silence. The last time I played In Silence was... I have a very sensitive mic, so when I play In Silence, I have to stop breathing. Or else I oh god. Hello, Dragon Son. Oh my god, there's Kai right there. I think. Is that? But yeah, I had to stop breathing because my mic is so sensitive. And it was really hard to play. But I thought it was hilarious last time. So Gumi helped set up this group. And I brought in Wendy for the group because I thought I wanted Wendy to interact with some Niji people. So I think it's gonna be a really fun group. Fall Guys. I asked Lily, I was like, Lily, you wanna play with Niji people? And she was like, I love Niji. So half of my calendar, not half, 30% of my calendar is Niji. But I don't even have 50% of their roster. They have so many people. Oh god. But Rosemi, Mr. Lily, I've actually never interacted with Rosemi before. That's why I actually reached out myself because I thought it'd be fun. I think that's gonna be a really fun Fall Guys collab. And the next day, the big headliner. Last year, I started my this is actually a scheduling unfortunate situation. Big Ham reached out and was one of the first people to ever reach out. And I immediately said yes, because I always planned on having her in Scarratember this year. One of the reasons why is I wanted her to be the very first collab on day 1. And this year, just for me to be like, I upgraded from old Ham to Big Ham this year. Because she was my first headliner last year. But unfortunately, she couldn't switch the schedule around, and the bit would have been funny for like 5 minutes, whatever. But we're playing 2 crowns. Also, a very unique cooperative game. I've never played it before. She promises me it's going to be fun. I am down. The next person I'm very excited to be a part of this, Ego Cider, Juniper. So I reached out this time as well because she's great. She's one of the very first VTubers I ever followed. She is a insect girl VTuber, and she rigs all of her models herself. We didn't decide on the game or anything, and at some point I remember battleships being popular for like 3 days, and I was like, you want to just drink and play battleships? So I have 2 drug collabs on the schedule. They're back-to-back days on the 9th and 10th. So it'll be one playing battleships and one playing Valo. To the 10th, we have our second Ghost Watchers group with Giri, DM, and Aru. Aru is a new VTuber, actually. And while we were making this group, this will be an interesting one. I am very excited to play Ghost Watchers with this group. I always love playing with DM and Giri. And so I'm excited to also meet new people. It'll be a good one. The next thing is Drunk Valo. I'd already make a group to drink, essentially. So this is my second Valo collab, which is weirdly enough back-to-back days. How did I get my Apex and Valo back-to-back? So this will be, I'll be drinking during this for sure, and it'll be a good time. The day after, Penguin Heist. I had never played this game before. The TLDR is the physics-based cooperative penguin game where you have to do stuff. I literally heard that. I was like, I'm in. So we ended up making a roster of 6 people, and I have no idea how it's going to turn out. The next one is a Valo collab. IU plays a shitload of Valo. She asked to be in. I was like, pick your group this time. And Domo snuck his ass in again. But yeah, Domo was in 3 of my collabs last year. But, you know, I always enjoy having him around. So him, Bao, Yuzu will be playing in Valo. It should be a good time. It's what I keep saying. I keep using the same words. I need to up my vocabulary. Let me put this. The next person is someone who a lot of people may not have heard of. Castlehead is one of the things I'm most excited to introduce. If you've never heard of him, good. I would not miss that day. Castlehead has a very unique model, and it's his show I'll be presenting, not mine. I will be a passenger of his experience. So do not miss it. Realm Royale with Selin and IPN. I just want to say this. Selin reached out. She was the last person to reach out. Everyone has already been like, I'm just waiting for them. And she reaches out like a couple days before. Yo, I heard you're doing stuff. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. Oh God. Oh yeah. And so we made this team. Literally, we scrapped it together at the last second to play Realm Royale. She says the game is fun. I thought this game died, but she said the game is great, and I'm down to try it out. New games with her and IPN always going to be enjoyable. The next one, our second Fortnite collab, is with Buff Pup. Someone who I've also wanted to collab with for a while. She reached out and I was like, I'm down any game. She chose the people. I've never played or interacted with any of the other two, but I think Fortnite is actually kind of fun. I think Zero Build is really enjoyable, honestly. It's one of the most fun royales at the moment. So that'll be a great one. The next person, let me phrase this. I did not expect to be reached out by Magni. He reached out, and I literally was like, I didn't even know you were allowed to do this. So we're doing an art collab with Magni. He is my am I allowed to say this? He's my favorite from the gen. This is before he reached out, but I'm very happy to have him. And so we're doing an art collab. The details, I don't know if we want to kind of. He will be drawing. I will be providing my brain, and maybe I'll draw as well. But I think it's a lot of fun. Whenever I do art collabs with people, it is always very enjoyable. So I'm excited. Hilariously enough, I have a humongous Discord for this collab, and it's like I put people in prison cells. So they're only allowed to see their group, and I call myself a prison warden, and I like talk to people in their individual chat rooms essentially. I invited him into this group, and he's like, we might need an NDA for everyone. I'm like, okay, never mind. We can do something separately. But that, very much looking forward to it. The last day, but definitely not the least. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I'm gonna just butcher it. Limu reached out to play. Never interacted with this person. Had no idea who they were. They said Resident Evil 5 co-op. I literally responded, I'm intrigued. Please explain. She went into some detail, and I'm like, say less, I'm down. So I've never played Resident Evil 5 before. I didn't even know they had a co-op. But apparently it's really funny. And my last... Okay, a lot of people ask me to do like a crab game with every other VTuber for the last day. I felt like it's really unrealistic given how many days I had. Maybe if I had it over 1 week or like 5 or 3 days, it'd be easier. But I didn't want to pressure people into joining, and then like some people that couldn't join, some people could. It's kind of weird. So instead, I made a gigantic Gartic, or it's kind of big Gartic phone lobby. I think the cap for Gartic phone is like 14 people. I decided to, or 12 or 10. I decided to kind of limit that a little bit. So I'm surrounded by a lot of very good artists and myself. As usual, I will be the worst artist on every Gartic phone collab, but I think that's kind of funny. So the last collab of Scarratember will be Gartic phone. Would you consider Rumbleverse? I mean, I want to play it, but it's also something where like I feel like it's fun if you. It's not something you. It's fun if you learn it over time, you know. But it doesn't seem like something that is immediate, you know. Yeah, all the artists that I got for Gartic Fun are very, very good. I've known Sade for a long time, and she's like one of the best artists I know. Lily, Ari, Maya, Eris, they're crazy. I think they're crazy. Heyumi made this group and told me they're crazy, so I'm excited. Can't we wait to see the next masterpiece? You know, I didn't even draw that. That was someone else. And I used it as my background for a year. That's not even mine. But I'm not gonna say I can draw better than that. They're amazing. Oh, excellent. 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 And that's my overall schedule. I'm usually you'll see me stream a lot every day. Today, at the very least, I didn't want to stream more than necessary. I only want to stream like get essentially like a couple hours. Wow, I thought this would last like 2 hours ish, but it's like an hour, and I'm actually close to being done. TFT. Oh no. The new TFT set will come out, and I will do streams of it. But today I wanted a very one and done kind of debut. I'm in and out. I'm a dragon for Dragonlance. Holy moly! I didn't even realize. I'm in. Put me on your board. Use a screenshots your model. Wait, you just reminded me. You reminded me. Okay. Talking about my model real quick, okay? Every time I do a model, I tell myself I don't need a character sheet. Or like I get told that the character sheet might take a little bit longer, and I'm like, oh no, we are very much in this house an on time project. We will 100% release on time. This was wrong, by the way. I yet again didn't get another character sheet for my model because I remember asking her about it, and she was like, if we want, like, there's no way we could do this in time if we also want to get the model done by like this time. I think that time was like March. And I'm like, yeah, no, we'll release in March. So you know what? I don't need it. It's not a big deal. Because like we already got pushed back 2 months from January, but like we can't get pushed back anymore. Oh God. Oh God. And I just forgot to ask him to do a character sheet afterwards. And I'm literally doing my debut and I'm like, oh God. I messaged him, yo, Kai, can I use some sketches to like fill out a PowerPoint because I have nothing to talk about otherwise. I need visual things. Oh, Soy and Brian. Thank you. They're my riggers and my artist is here. Everyone's here. My parents are all here. But yeah, I'm very happy for everything that turned out. My hands are, hold on, my eyebrows are a little crazy. But everything about the model is incredible. I'm very happy about it. I had to set up hotkeys for everything, you know? Oh, Bodam, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs. God bless. Okay, let me show you. Oh, I didn't show you this before. Let me show you the full range of motion. So here, I'm moving my neck in a 360. The rigging for this is quite nutty, and I am hopefully gonna be able to control my eyebrows well. Before I go, this is my full model looks out, and again, I cannot. The way this works is as I release my wings, okay, I have to record a position in VTube Studio really back, or else my wings completely clip out because they're so big. There's also another command, which I think might break my model. Does this work? Where you could just extend the wings out and back in. The gems on top of the wings are a nice touch. And then back in. Now extend the what? Oh, I remember I was talking to Ori and she was like, your model's like Bara. And I had to be like, what is Bara? And I Googled it and I'm like, oh no. Oh no. How long does a model like this take for one person? I was told, and I don't know if this is unrealistic, that Brian can do 4 models in a month, or like 2 models in a month. I think he works ungodly hours, so like that's like kind of crazy. Oh, what's up, Say? Yeah, like Brian's like a crazy rigger. So I don't know if that's normal. But the art and the ideation took weeks, if not months. Like it was very much a project that took a lot of time. And even if it wasn't back and forth every day, it's like some of the times you're just not gonna get ideas, or some of the days. Like to get to this ideation from like oh, hold on. from this. Everything here is kind of it takes a while, especially because I think over the time of me commissioning stuff, I've learned what I've liked more and more. When I first commissioned my very first model, which let me go back to the very beginning. My very first model, which was, oh god, I don't have the model. It's right here. This thing. When I commissioned this model, I didn't know what I wanted, what I liked. I didn't know anything. And so the problem with that is like, I have to go up to them and be like, so I have nothing. Make me something I like. And that's such a frustrating, I was that commissioner for the artist. And, oh, you guys can't see it. Hold on. It's this. Apologies. So this is my very first model. And I didn't really know what I liked. I said I wanted to be kind of reptile, kind of amphibian. I kind of wanted to be like the Chonk from TFT. And then like yeah, I was fine with it. Yeah, thank God. You're. I feel like you're. I feel bad about it, but the stuff I was giving you were like, no, I don't want to be an anime girl like that one crocodile girl from a gacha game. And then I always feel bad about being like, yeah, give me 9 colors for the model. Yeah, I like the original better. And I think over the years of commissioning more and more people, I've gotten to the point where I do kind of know what I want. And so luckily we can go from this and I can go then look at this and be like, I don't really like this. I don't really want this this style. I don't want it to be too lean. I think especially comparatively to my first model, I don't like it. I want the ability for flight. And I think being able over time, because I've commissioned so much more, not only do I know what I want for my motion graphics, what I want for my like trailers and my teasers, I also know like what I want from my artists. It just took me like a year and a half. The trailers you saw, the teasers you saw, if you saw how they looked the day before I released them, or like 2 days before I released them, you'd be like, wow. But like, luckily, like I'm able to be like, the feedback is like, I think this is wrong. We need to change this. And they are just like 2 hours, do everything done. And it's a great process. And so even though all of my trailers are done last minute, I got the rough draft for my Scarratember trailer at 9 a.m. 2 days ago. I released it yesterday at 9 p.m. I'm able to make it work, and I am very happy to be able to work with people who are able to understand, and be able to get back really quickly on stuff. Hope you paid them well for the crunch. Oh yeah, are you kidding me? Look at what I did right here. I gave them exposure. Now I can buy McDonald's with exposure. You're truly evil. What do you mean? They're very fortunate. I'm very fortunate. Okay. And that's it. I am looking forward to the rest of my September. I'll be playing with people every single day. Tomorrow's the very first one with Zen, Haruka, Giga. I have to buy this game still. I have to fill out my character sheet still for Call of Cthulhu. But when everything's done, I'm sure I'm gonna have a great time tomorrow. But before I go, do you guys have any last questions, last remarks? Art and Mage will back for 2 months. The Blaj and Mama will back for 11. Would you forget to do 20 minutes before the debut? I didn't have my lore video in my OBS. It was on my desktop. So I remember just being like, Hiyumi actually messaged me and talked about my lore video. And I was like, that's cool. And I'm like, oh shit. The Dan the Inzi, welcome back for 11 months. I don't think you understand. The crunch gets kind of crazy. And at some point, you have to just be like, I'm okay with it. You just completely disassociate. Like I look away. Something's wrong? No, it's not. When I released the scarratember video 9 hours later than I wanted to, there was a wrong date. It says 2021. I do not perceive. Didn't see it actually. If someone asked me about that, I'd be like, nope, never wasn't in there. There's a typo in my not. I crunched 2 days for that with my editor, and I hashtagged on Twitter the first thing, and I lost engagement for something that I'm trying to been hyping up for a year. And I'm just like, fuck it. It just happens. I do not perceive. Just look away. You call your fans Scar Lads? I don't know what to call them. Honestly, it feels like I don't know if I want to go fully into the fan base kind of stuff, but I will have after my stream, I will post whatever character PNG I have because I don't have a character sheet, right? As well as kind of the lore video, so it should be fun. I don't want to stream anymore today. I typically I stream 9 hours, like 6-9 hours, but I feel like it's better to crunch a little bit more. I'm not having a my art tag is gonna be Scar art, but I'm not gonna have a not safe for work art tag. No one's gonna draw me that. I don't have to worry about it. Surely. No, please. You're barred. I'm not. See me eat. I open my hands in anger. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am going off. Is anyone streaming for my debut? Huh. None of the 3 are Oh, Giga is live. I am down. I'm gonna go ahead and raid Giga. She is my first collab tomorrow. Oh, Gamer Dude, thank you so much for the 10 gifted. God bless. Donna and Z, welcome back for 11. Thank you so much for tuning into my debut. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the week.